interracial dating. I don't have no pauses. I don't feel like you shouldn't date outside their
Your
race. I
phone,
don't feel like
your connection kind of bold.
should I leave out and come back in?
I hear you now, but I just can't see you. I don't know what happened.
You
But
don't.
go ahead. I'm listening still.
Okay, so I had to put a filter on that because I'm buzzing. I got a five. You know I'm a diva a little bit.
I know.
Nah, but for real, my take on interracial dating is that I feel like at the end of the day, you love who you love. And outside of loving who you love, I feel like having interracial babies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different step because you have to teach your child one thing that one parent went through, and then you have to teach your child another thing that the other parent went through. And each parent is not going to understand what we went through or that what they went through. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
Facts.
there is very personal because you always supposed to teach your kids their roots. I'm very positive when it comes to roots. I don't lie. Like I feel like it's very crucial when it comes to roots and how we were raised. Like every race was not raised the same. That's just like how you got Christians and people who are Baptists and people who don't believe at all. Now,
Right.
when you love somebody, I feel like people, period, we all go through the same things. Like we go through the same finances. We go through trying to find a job. Also, you have those who were born in the family that was silver spoon and those who were not. That doesn't mean that because you're silver spoon, you were in a different race. No, because you have white people that are poor. You have Mexicans that are poor. You have Caucasians that are poor. Like everybody in different races deal with knowing someone who was poor. You know what I'm saying? So money is not a factor here. It's all about the roots and your upbringing and what you come from. I feel like if I was to date a white man
Mm-hmm.
and we were to have children together, I feel like my child should know where they come from. And also, they should know, being blunt, they white side of the family. And I'm saying that because I'm not white. I'm black as hell.
Right.
So you should also know how your people feel about whatever. You should also know how your black family feel about white people and how they would never have wanted us together. But we made love and this is how we felt and we brought one another together. Now my question
Facts.
to you is the same question you brought to me. How do you feel about interracial dating?
I feel like it shouldn't matter what color the person is that you love. If you found love, it was something about them that you was vibing with. Go ahead and do your thing. Try it out. It might not work. It just might. Some people might have some differences in, obviously cultural differences and how they was raised and all that stuff. But for the most part, I feel like you love who you love and you can't control that. If you vibe with somebody, go with that vibe and see what happens. Now I got another question for you. What's the problem with some black women having an issue with black men dating outside of their race?
I don't feel like it's an issue. I think that when it comes to black women, it's a thing of a lot of black men wait until they are in a certain caliber. And when I say caliber, they wait until they have a certain such of finances that puts them in that caliber that make them feel like, oh, well, I'm going to get a white woman because I don't want a black woman chasing my money. Which
Mm,
us. You know what I'm saying? That offends
okay.
us because you have a lot of hustling ass black women out here. Like we hustle our ass off. I feel like, and this may be me being biased. A lot of
Okay.
black women hustle harder than a lot of black niggas. Just because you on the corner selling rocks don't mean that we not out here hustling our ass off to take care of our kids.
That's
Do a lot of
that's
shit
facts.
hustle. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of black women don't wait for a white man to sign a check and say, here you go, you getting paid on Friday, Thursday, or Wednesday whenever your direct deposit hit. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of out here. And us being black women, we hustle a lot. And that's shit. It's black women I know that work for the white man and they still hustle outside of that because they know what they need for their kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's
I
very true.
so much as black and white. I feel like it's so much as white people holding themselves to a certain standard and us black women feeling like fuck your standard because I can go past that. Now
Gotcha.
what you gonna do when I go past that? Oh, not get acknowledged because I'm a woman?
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta dick suck my way to the top, or I gotta know such and such, or I gotta be a part of the Rockefeller family. And we're not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. We're talking about the real Rockefeller that the United States had to borrow from when they got broke. We talking about
Right.
real shit. You feel me? Like, is that what I gotta be a part of in order to? No. You got black women out here that hustle their ass off that's been single as fuck all their life with damn near 5, 6, 7 kids. They
Mm-hmm.
not living off of the state because guess what? The state is only supplying you for a certain amount of kids. You can only have a certain amount of kids for the state to take care of, but that don't mean you gotta have a certain amount of kids out your coochie. But then you got black folks that be like, well, why did you have all them kids if you knew you couldn't provide for them? So that meant having an abortion?
Right.
You know
Well,
what
I asked you that question though, like because see, I've had people come at me sideways about me dating outside of my race and acting like I didn't like black women because of me venturing off, and I wasn't even like it's one thing if I'm dissing black women and while I'm dating women outside of my race, I'm not dissing black women, but I've had like legit a friend for like over 20 years come at me sideways like you must not like no sisters or something, and I'm like, what you mean I don't like no sisters? I used to mess with a couple of your friends. What you talking about? Like, but she came at me so sideways about like it was just weird, man. Like she didn't had Greek, Italian, Mexican sausage all in her diet. But
not
she came at me, huh?
I said not sausage.
No, I'm just saying though, for real. She didn't have all them in her diet, and she never heard a word out of me because I'm one of those dudes that don't judge women. Like I don't. If you had a past, fuck it. I don't care about your past. Cool, that's you. It's in your past. But when it came down to me, it was like it was almost like I got put in a box, and I was told like to damn, just because I did it outside my race, I don't like black women. No, that's not true. It's just
Well,
that you can't help who you fall
you
for.
were married to a white woman. So
You said what?
I said when I met you, you were married to a white woman. So I can't say
But she
that.
was, but she was mixed though.
Oh, well, to me, she was white.
See, that's what somebody else said before. Like,
Like,
nah,
it
she
was
not
like
really.
when you showed me the whole night, you like, this is my son, this is my wife. I instantly was like, oh, she white. I never
Nah,
would like, oh, she's mixed, which is not an issue with having a child by a full-fledged Caucasian woman. It's not.
no, it's not.
It's
It's
about
not.
how you start acting after you're with that Caucasian woman or have a child by that Caucasian woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, to me, it's deeper than that. It's about roots. It's about teaching your child. It's about helping them understand where they come from. It's about loving on your child. And at the end of the day, making sure that they don't see color.
right. But see, the
Color.
funny thing is, I heard what I heard from the friend, not while I was with my ex. It was since I've been with Sheena. Like she just straight up was like, and she hit me up in my comments like, "Yo, you just don't like sisters," or however she worded it. So it was just weird to me. Like it was odd. It was odd. So but I've heard. But
I
the funny
feel
thing
like
is,
that was very odd for me too, because at the end of the day, if I was married to a Italian man, I would feel like I would want my family to accept him as who he is, whether he's Italian or he's black.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I pretty much feel like, and this is just me and my personality, love who you love and don't give a fuck about nothing that nobody really got to say, because everybody gonna have something to say. Everybody's gonna have very much something to talk about. So you gotta
All
just
right.
let that go with the wind and be like, okay, this is that, it's over, it's done with, this how they feel, but this is how I feel. When you have a significant other, that person is pretty much more important to you than anything else besides your children and your parents. To me.
Absolutely.
To
It
me.
that's
That's to
that's
me though.
how I feel.
So the cousins, the friends, the naysayers, they really don't matter at all. Like when I say at all, I mean at all. Like at all. It doesn't matter. Because when you love somebody, that's who you love, that's who you care for, and nothing else matters at all.
Absolutely.
Me personally,
Absolutely.
I have always said, and I said I was never going to say this publicly, but I have always said that I wouldn't want to date a pink dick.
Okay.
Now, if the nipples is brown, then we know that it's brown down there. You know what I'm saying? Your genitals are just pretty much the same color as the nipples. So if it's brown, it's brown. If it's pink, it's pink. And that's just not an attraction to me. That's not me.
I've heard women say that before,
That's not me.
but I got you. I mean, you got your like your limits.
And
You
I
you
could
not.
probably be passing up the man of my dreams. Who knows? Who
Yeah,
knows?
you could be. You could
I,
be.
I could be passing up the man of my dreams that'll give me the house on acres that I want or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be passing that up, but I feel like at the end of the day, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that I have to force an attraction to. If I'm not attracted to you from beginning, I don't want you.
Facts.
If I'm
That's
attracted,
real.
then we attracted and we gonna make things work as it work.
Re-
Like I feel like a lot
regardless of the race. Regardless of the race, right?
right. I feel like
Mm.
people nowadays they don't go with the flow. They go with however society tells them it should be.
Hmm.
And that's not okay. That ain't me.
I feel you on that. I go against the grain all the time. I don't give a fuck about rules or what people think and none of that shit. What's popular,
How do
nothing.
you feel about interracial dating?
I told you, I'm all for it. I'm all for it because it don't matter who it. You can't pick and choose. You can't look at it. You
I'm
can't look at
not
a crowd of people and say, you
in
can't
here.
look at a crowd of people and say, hey, I think I'm about to fall in love with you. You can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that vibe that y'all got. If you got a vibe with that person, it don't matter what color they are. I don't give a fuck if they're alien. Hey, shit, you know what? We gonna make this shit work.
No, I ain't gonna lie now. Now you on some bullshit. I'm not falling in love with no.
Come on, it's an expression, man. Come on now. I'm just
Right. Look at
bullshitting.
you like, come on, stop playing. I'm serious right now.
Yeah, but I mean, but as far as color is concerned, I don't think that shit should matter when you actually love somebody genuinely. So I'm all for it. I just don't like it when when dudes. I don't hear too many dudes complaining about black women dating outside their race, but I
Uh
always hear black women
you
complaining
ain't
about,
you
huh?
ain't heard it. I said, well, that mean you ain't heard it because
Yeah,
I hear me personally. I work in the hair salon, and I hear a lot of niggas talk about how, and we've had a barber. And the niggas come in and they pop their shit too. I've heard so many niggas like, oh well, I don't feel like a woman should date outside her race. That nigga can't protect her. He not this or he not that, or like I've heard so many different things when it comes to a man that's not black, because when you're a black man you're dominant, you're strong, you could beat the world, but you got a lot of soft ass niggas out here too. You got a lot of
facts.
soft ass niggas that portray to be something that they not, and then when the time come, they don't even know what to do.
They freeze up.
Hey, a man is a man. A
Hmm.
man is going to step up and protect and provide for his family regardless what race he is. If he a real man.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
Well, that confirms it. That shit, it shouldn't even matter what the race is or none of that shit. If you found love, you found love. Go with it. Simple as that. Simple as that. I appreciate you coming on, though.
I got a question. What
Go
made you
ahead.
fall in love with your wife?
Because we was friends first, right? And when we fell out of touch for like 4.5 years. When we got back in touch, it was just some type of connection that I couldn't explain. Like we just kept talking, getting to know each other, and something just happened. I can't really explain how it happened. It just happened, and I had a chance to shoot my shot. I did it, and now we here. It was a struggle though in the beginning because she kept trying to play hard to get, and I wasn't trying to
Oh,
like
you
come on too
lost
strong.
yourself looking for a better love. Like that really happens though.
Yeah.
That is Southwest Facts. Southwest Facts said, I lost myself looking for a better love. That happens.
Hmm.
Because you're so in tune with another person that when you go searching for love, you go searching for someone that has a little bit of that person that you left inside of them because that's what you're used to. And a lot of people do that because of comfortability. It's like you can meet a person that's the totally opposite of your mate that you don't want to deal with no more. But nothing makes you more comfortable but then being with someone who has a small trait or something like theirs. And it's like, okay, this is what I'm used to. I can get with this. I can get jiggy with this. But when it's so unfamiliar, it's like you got to start all over from scratch. And that's one thing I feel like, and it may not just be black people. I feel like we have an issue with starting completely over from scratch.
Yeah, I agree. And the funny thing, when me and Shahina got back together or got back around each other, got to talking or whatever, I wasn't even looking for love. Like I had a plan. I had a whole plan. Like, man, you know what? I ain't about to fuck around with nobody. I'm keeping it in my pants. I ain't fucking with nobody. I'm just about to focus on me and my kids. And then out of the blue, boom, boom, it happened.
And y'all married now, and y'all happy, and y'all are a really cute couple.
Thank you, thank you. I
Y'all
appreciate that.
are, y'all are a really, really cute couple.
I
And
appreciate that, P.
I feel like to her, she has nothing to worry about. She has a man that loves her, a strong black man, might I say, that loves her and that's going to provide and that's going to be there. But what we all have to understand is getting in relationships from 25 and up, you have to understand that there's a past that's going to come with it. So if you're not ready for the past and ready to roll with the punches, you might as well just be like, I'm out.
Absolutely, I agree. I
Because
agree.
you never know what a person past has coming behind them. It could be a little, it could be a lot, it could be a whole fucking lot. And you could be like, oh no, I'm done with this. But if you say, oh, I'm done with this, then that's not the person that's for you. Because
Absolutely.
cancel a lot of shit out and be like, oh, that's mine. We're gonna handle this, we're gonna deal with this, and we're gonna step forward. And I'm gonna be like, oh, boom, 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 we're gonna handle this, we're gonna handle that. But I feel like in y'all state where y'all are now, I feel like she has nothing to worry about. She has a strong black man that loves her.
I appreciate that very much. Well, that's dope. I'm glad. I'm glad you came on. I really appreciate that. You got anything else you want to ask?
No, but no, I do. You know what? I was about
What's
to say,
up?
add me to the podcast.
Add you to it? All right, bet for sure. Most definitely. Most
Period.
definitely.
Add me to
I
it.
got
It's two men in the film.
got you. All right, bet most definitely. We going live every Tuesday. Me and my cuz. So we go live every Tuesday on the other page. I'll
I'm
add you on that one too.
Friday, so why y'all going live? Like,
No, we this is because this is my shit right here. But we got another one that's coming up on Tuesday. So yeah, most definitely though. Um, I'll definitely hit you up and let you know what we about to be on.
wait though, I do got another question. Wait, you gotta go through the interviewing process. Miss
Interviewing.
Sir,
That's cuz right there. That's low right there. That's who I'll be
I
doing the
gotta
podcast with.
go interviewing process. What's the process?
I'll let him tell you. I mean,
No,
I see you doing good though.
listen. Anyway, my next question is, why do men do certain shit, and when they women do damn near the same shit or almost the same shit, it's like a big ass problem. Y'all have a conniption about it.
I'm gonna tell you why, exactly why. Because niggas get too cocky. It's simple. Niggas get too cocky and thinking, oh, I did this, I did that, she forgave me, she ain't going nowhere. So then when you fuck up, well not when you fuck up, but when the dude, do out doing his dirt, and then you do something one time, it's like, oh shit, I can't believe she did it because you've been sitting there taking it this whole time. So it's a bit of cockiness and it's a bit of stupidity on y'all end too, because y'all should have been putting y'all foot down, saying, "Hey, I'm not about to take X, Y, and Z from
But
jump."
what the woman was putting her foot down and she was saying she wasn't gonna take it, but the cockiness of, oh, I'm a man, I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do, overpowered that.
But then it overpowered it, and the ego just got the best of them, and then
Okay.
it's then it
So,
became then
so once
at
your
that point
ego
you
get the best of you and you figure out that I'm with this woman because I'm with this woman and that's who I wanted to be with, and I know I want her because I picked her out of a whole crowd of bitches. It's like, damn, I didn't know you had it in you. You doing too much. Why you had to go out and do that?
Hey, like I said, I've never been in that predicament, but I'm telling you, like I know other dudes that's been in that predicament, bitching and moaning. Oh, my bitch went did this, that, and they
I don't
mad
feel like
because
you
they
should
did.
cry about it. I feel like
No,
you
you
should shut the
shouldn't.
fuck up and take it. Because that's the same thing you feel like your bitch should take. So why
Facts.
can't niggas take what they dish out? Maybe that's the question. Why can't
That
niggas take exactly what they dish out?
because the ego is fragile.
Oh, well, you
The
can't
ego.
have an ego with big ass wings and you fragile as hell like glass. I ain't never seen nobody mail a bird and say, carry well because very fragile.
Yeah, I agree. I ain't never been on that tip, but trust me, I know plenty of niggas.
Off as fuck at the same time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta make it make sense. Niggas portray to be this type of nigga, but then when you get the same shit brought to the table that you brought to the table, then it's like, oh no, you a hoe. Or oh, you a bitch, or you this, or you that.
Yeah, Cuz said it right. He said that's a beta male. That's all there is to it. It's a beta male. I like to call them pretenders. That's all it is.
For sure.
Yeah, that's all that is. That's all it is. Ego, pretending, trying to be too cool for their
But
own good.
back and be like, babe, well, I apologize. I was feeling like this and I didn't know like this or whatever, whatever.
Yeah,
Yes. She went.
that's it. That's it right there.
Heal my back.
This was dope, though, P, man. I appreciate you jumping on. I didn't know you was about to go hard like this, but I don't know what you was sipping on, but that's what's up. I appreciate it.
Cause I was sipping. All right, bye.
All right, good looking. Peace.